What's up, guys? Welcome to my first entry of my GSD vlog. And basically, just in case you guys are not sure what GSD stands for, it means get shit done. So it's definitely a different series than the Godfather series. I'm not going away completely from the Godfather series, but personally, I just needed a change of pace. I needed something different. It's kind of like, being on a specific program that you're running for, months on end, and you're getting bored out of your mind and you're losing motivation and drive. So that's kind of where I was with the Godfather Saga series. It was just getting uh, just a little bit too redundant. So I needed a change of pace, and this is one of the reasons why I'm starting a new series. And the other part is basically it's for accountability for myself. This is potentially going to be my last contest run. I say potentially because you never can see what the future holds, but part of me is saying this might be the last time. But of course, again, I'm not going to say yes, that's true, or no, it's not true. Just a part of me is thinking this potentially could be my last run, and I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I just want to leave it all out on the table and get shit done. And basically, this is a way to kind of hold me accountable, is to put myself out there um, to the public, to you guys, to say, okay, this is my last run. I'm gonna just basically get shit done, and at the end of it, when I'm done competing in 2017, I don't want to have any regrets. I want to know that I left it all on the table and I squeezed everything out of me to get my potential out. And I know if I do that, I'll be totally happy with the outcome, regardless of placings. But the goal for 2017 is to get to both world championships with the WNBF and the IFPA. I think getting to two world championships in the same year, and I'm going to say it, that my goal is to crack top three in my class in each of those shows. That is definitely a lofty goal. So my expectations are pretty damn high, and I know in order to even remotely attain that goal, um, not that I have to be like 100% perfect, but I got to be closer to perfect than not. And so with high expectations like that, I can't expect to have that mindset of I'm trying to get away with things the way I prep. It's like I don't want to have to try to attempt to have any shortcuts. I want to be on point, holding myself accountable, and doing what it takes to get there, to get to that goal. And so again, it's not about trying to get away with things. So the accountability factor is huge for me by putting myself out there like this. And I think not only will it benefit me, but I also think it could benefit you guys as well, because you get kind of a uh, a blueprint of how my mind works. Going through a contest prep, going through the journey, and not just you get to kind of see it from someone who's been doing this for a very long time. Right now I'm in the middle of my 31st year of training, and the first competition I ever did was back in 1993. So I've kind of seen a lot of shows. So again, the accountability is going to be huge for me, and I think if I could share my experiences, then I think it's going to be a win-win situation for not only myself but for people who kind of watch this. So I definitely welcome questions, comments. Even if it's the questions is something that kind of ends up in a debate. I think as long as the debate is productive and it's positive, whether I'm right, I'm wrong, or whatever, I think many, many, many people can probably benefit from the conversation. So definitely welcome all that. So that's basically the background of this series. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. You enjoy following along. I'll do my best to try to update it as frequently as possible. With the time I have, and I've already been talking and asking around and really wanting to invest in a better camera. I know you guys are like, you guys need to get a camera, you guys need to get a better camera. I'll try to make that happen, at least for my own series here. So I'll definitely try to do that. So let's get into kind of where I'm at now, in regards to, getting to that world stage in 2017. So not this year. I'm planning on competing. I need more time to get ready than that. I need definitely well over a year. So basically, I'm starting in June of this year. So in about a month, I'll be starting my prep. Right now, I'm about a little over 200 pounds. I fluctuate between 200 and 202. The last time I competed in 2014, I was 170. Now, I would love to be able to get to 170 again, but leaner. So hold on to a little bit more muscle this time around and be leaner than that. So if I could hit the same stage weight, but be improved as far as my body comp, that is the goal. And I feel like I can probably and potentially can do that, if I take a lot longer to get ready and kind of slowly but surely get that weight off in a more conservative fashion than I did even in 2014. So the goal is to try to hold on to as much strength, if not improve strength, and basically kind of periodize my diet to where I should say my prep as far as the deficit, like, dieting for about 4 weeks at a time, then taking some time off, then dieting again for 4 weeks, taking some time off. So basically kind of an on-off approach. So lose weight, maintain it, lose weight, maintain it, lose weight, maintain it, in the hopes of I can improve performance, if not hold on to it, and then also to potentially hold on to a little bit more muscle than I did in 2014. So that's kind of the approach I'll be taking. But currently, right now, I guess I should go back to, and sorry, this is gonna be a long rant, but going back to March 29th, I had a vasectomy done. So I knew having a vasectomy, and again, I don't mind sharing these type of things because I'm human. We're all human, and we all have these experiences. And again, if this experience can help someone, great. But basically, the vasectomy I had it on March 29th. Being that I'm going to be 45 next month, and my wife is 40, that we decided we no longer want kids. So we were pretty sure that this was the decision we wanted to do and the best decision for us. But I was definitely feeling the anxiety of, having to go in there and, get my balls sliced into. So that wasn't a pleasant thought. So the anxiety leading up to it was pretty high, as you could imagine. But the actual procedure itself, like when I got into the doctor's office, my anxiety was super high, but they gave me some medication to calm my nerves. But once they started the procedure, the only thing that I felt was the needle, the anesthesia to numb. It felt far less worse than a shot from the dentist. So it wasn't that painful at all. And once that took effect, I really didn't feel any pain whatsoever. But the aftermath was it. I spent about 3 days in a lot of pain after that, sore, I should say, probably more sore than a lot of pain, just sore. And obviously I couldn't train. And I took probably 8 days, 8 or 9 days away from the gym totally. And I knew ahead of time that I was probably going to lose probably a good 3 to 4 weeks of progress in the gym because I knew I wouldn't be able to train for about a week or so. Then I knew it would probably take 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks later before I would even start to touch, the same loads I was touching before the procedure. And that's exactly what happened. And after the procedure itself, about a week later, I ended up getting a sinus infection, so that kind of made things worse. We got into a car accident, right after the procedure as well. So that it just the stress levels that I was under mentally and physically was super super high. But I kept my head because I knew history would repeat itself, and anytime I've ever had layoffs or setbacks, I've always bounced back, but I've always bounced back even better. So I knew history would repeat itself, and you could say that's happened. So now I'm about a month removed, and my lifts are probably like my upper body lifts are all up to speed again. My deadlifts are up to speed again as far as the poundage. Now I just have to get the same amount of volume I was getting with the poundage I was using. So deadlifting now 405. I did my last session. I did 3 sets of 6. And I think prior to that was like 3 sets of 10. So I'm almost there as far as getting that back. My squats are almost there as well. So things are flying good. So the game plan now for the month of May is to try to get stronger, improve on my lifts now. So when I start the prep in June, I'm starting from a great place. My strength level is at a high. And I'm just, energy levels and everything, I'm just like where I should be before I even jump into a deficit. I think, the mistake would be to, probably try to start too early, like start now when my lifts aren't all the way up, or to get over anxious or over eager and, try to shed some weight down now. I need this month right now, the month of May, to just basically keep eating, not gain a bunch of weight or anything like that, but keep eating and keep my lifts going in the right direction. So when I do start that deficit in June, I'm in a great place to start. So that's currently where I'm at. My training program, just so you guys have some background to it, I'm running split shifts right now, meaning I'm training in the morning and at night. 2 movements in the morning, and I'm trying to target right now my back and chest because I feel like I need more torso work, I need more thickness in my chest, and I need my back to be obviously thicker and more detailed. When you go in against guys like Cleveland Thomas, Siobhan Cunningham, Brian Wicker, and those type guys, and there's a slew of other natural pros out there with just tremendous backs, you don't want to be left in the dark on that. So that's what I'm doing right now in regards to the training. Um, and then in the afternoons, it's like a compound movement with a couple of accessories. And my wife is training with me in the evenings, so that's part of the reason as well that I'm training in the mornings too, because I need to get more volume in, and more work in. And with our family schedule, it just makes it too hard to try to cram all that in one session in the evening. So we want to make sure that we have plenty of time for the family and kids. So we do, 2 or 3 movements in the evening. And it kind of works out better that way. So she's getting her training in, I'm getting mine in, and we're getting good family time in. We're not interfering with family too much because we're keeping the workouts toned down in the afternoon. So instead of doing like 5 or 6 movements, we do 2 or 3, and it works out great. And the fact that she's still roughly, only about 2 or 3 months into her training, that right now she doesn't need a ton of exercises to really progress. She's been progressing really well with the minimal amount of work that we're doing. So she keeps getting stronger. We're seeing a little bit more development on her. So we're just going to continue to be patient. So we're programming basically around life and not the other way around. And it's been working out pretty great.
I'm liking.